to work with everybody, I think requires, especially for this movie, a lot of different points of view.
Encanto has plenty of deleted scenes that make a whole lot of sense and yet contain a whole lot of nonsense at the same time. And speaking of nonsense, we're also checking out the bloopers.
I just changed the whole movie for you.
Didn't know I could do that. Interesting.
We honestly have no idea what to make of this scene. In a very Rapunzel-esque moment, Isabela sneaks out her window and goes into the woods. Mirabel thinks she's been attacked by a wild animal, but as it turns out, it's just a man dressed like a big cat to scare off animals.
Most predators hunt by smell.
Which is why I covered it in the urine of several animals.
And then Isabela makes out with the costumed man named Bobo in front of her sister.
You saw nothing. I wish I saw nothing.
This scene honestly just seems like a prank. But the two were planning to run away together, presumably because of all the pressure from Abuela. We're glad this scene was cut. As funny as it is, removing it made her plotline distinct from Dolores's.
I couldn't really put words to or a feeling to what I saw.
To love it all is to love entirely.
This was originally nearly the end of the movie when Mirabel, devastated, has left the family.
Originally, Mirabel was going to run much further than the river. She was going to run all the way back to the city her abuela ran away from, where she would encounter the new world.
Abuela sets out on her own.
She comes across a mural that says to love it all is to love entirely. She finds Mirabel sitting on a bench with nowhere to go and no idea what to do. It sounds like in this version, Julieta was injured pretty bad too.
I couldn't bear the thought of losing anyone else.
The whole thing seemed a bit sad, but we love the idea of returning to where you came from. It's never the same after you leave. And even if it is, it doesn't evoke the same feelings within you. While we absolutely loved the movie, it feels like we waited the entire movie for a big journey that never got past the river. Keeping the family away from modern-day advancements was probably a good call. What do you think?
I think that that's a testament to our directors and what they're able to do.
We wonder if Isabela could bring anything else to life, or if it was just potatoes. You heard that right. Similar to Elsa with Olaf, Isabela brought a little cluster of potatoes to life. We're unsure what their use would have been in the movie, but they sure are cute. They were cut very early in the process. For the Princess of Perfection, you'd expect living flowers like in Alice in Wonderland, not potato people. But who are we kidding? Potatoes are perfection. Why is it that Isabela had the weirdest cutscenes?
Allowed myself to have this opportunity. You know, it's not easy to be here and to get here.
Honestly, you could never convince us that mopping is more fun than talking to jaguars. Mirabel gets stuck cleaning the house with her non-magical dad and uncle.
Hey, forget out there. This job in here is the most special.
We get a little peek of Dolores's room, but at this point in the story, she's the character who healed with food, not the mom. And Peppa doesn't control the weather. She has indestructible powers.
Still alive!
We kind of actually love the development of the fathers in this scene, because we've been wondering how it would feel to be these two married into a family of magical people. Their total devotion is heartwarming. And we learned that Bruno only got his name because Lin-Manuel Miranda came up with the lyrics to We Don't Talk About Bruno on the spot.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So his original name, Oscar, was dropped. Oh, also his room wasn't a sandy cave at first either.
His room turned all rotten and gross.
And sand doesn't rot, so we just put two and two together.
You just created a safe space for me to be as weird as possible.
Honestly, we would have loved to see this scene in the movie. Mirabel and Antonio were going to go on a jungle trip together to get into Bruno's room, as the original entrance was blocked. We felt Antonio pretty much got snuffed out of the movie after he got his powers. This deleted scene shows us exactly why we feel this way. But what we love about the cutscene is it gave us great perspective into how the rooms worked.
I think you have, the coolest room.
However, it created a much more mysterious feel to go through the sand, rather than take a different route through Antonio's room. But we are much happier with the way they set up Luisa's song in the end. Catch her before she cracks, not after. And also, Mirabel's prying added way more to the stakes of the scene.
Eventually, I'm gonna sing you a song right here. Yeah, that's right.
Luisa's a softie under the surface. Her room never wound up in the movie, but that's okay because we definitely got hints of it with the unicorn donkeys. Don't believe us? The concept art from Luisa's room showed that she might have had a secret door to escape the pressure of her family. While the obvious choice for a room was a gym, or one that was made purely out of stone, it's that secret gateway that led to a theme park that really piques our interest. Everybody needs an escape sometimes, right?
Oh, you're gonna make me drop a donkey.
They're playing a game of musical chairs with superpowers. The characters' powers bounced around the family a lot before they landed on who worked best with what. Peppa and a fire-powered character named Fuega merged with each other. There were twins named Amelia and Sophia. Amelia had an aura that made everyone fall in love with her, but her sister, Sophia, had an aura that repulsed everyone. Given we already have Bruno and Mirabel who feel unappreciated, it's probably good they didn't have a third outcast.
You see, you're missing the point. The fate of the family, it's not up to her. It's up to you.
There was also a guy whose personality may have merged with Camilo, that of the pool-playing trickster. Princesa has concept art similar to that of Isabela, so she didn't make it past the cutting room floor. There was also a character named Zoe who could speak with technology, but when she was sleeping, that technology didn't like to do its job. Miranda may have been an earlier version of Antonio, as she seems to be holding a rabbit. She may have been an early concept of Mirabel's mother. Giving Julieta the power of healing through food allowed for she and her daughter to bond in a special way.
I wish you could see yourself the way I do. You are perfect. Just like this.
Yes, the Madrigal family is much different in concept than what we saw on screen. Just goes to show how hard they worked at giving all of the characters a power that reflects their place in the family, but also their place in the storytelling. No two characters are alike in any way.
We were saved because of you.
And it's time for some bloopers. We're so used to Stephanie Beatriz playing Rosa, we can't get over how adorably charming she is. We were so distracted by that, we forgot to tell you, she's not saying the line as scripted.
When I save the miracle. When I save the miracle. When I save the miracle. After I save the miracle.
First gift ceremonies are so magical, you forget what to say.
First gifts ceremony. Ceremony.
It's nice to see that the actress behind Abuela can get a little silly.
The miracle blessed it with a... The miracle blessed it with a magic gift to help us.
Proof that voice acting is really acting, and maybe the biggest challenge since you're playing pretend all by yourself.
Casita! Casita! Casita!
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
I make the speckle. Yeah, it's hard to say.
I make the speckle.
Make the speckle. You make... How did he do that?
If bathrooms had better soundproofing, voiceover actors would probably record from the toilet. No joke, they are constantly drinking water.
You guys need to go to the restroom, I know that as well.
I've been going to the bathroom this whole time.
That feel when your father doesn't know how to say your name.
Am I saying Mirabel or Mirabel? What am I saying? I forgot.
Am I fighting or hugging?
Help us out. Is this an acting choice, or is he warming up his face muscles?
To make the candle bright, you have to embrace it. Embrace and embrace and embrace.
And embrace! And embrace!
Why so intense?
Coming, abuela! Coming, abuela!
Am I doing it?
Coming, abuela! Coming, abuela!
The answer is no. They weren't expecting you to sing, but we liked it anyway.
Please don't clap.
Thank you.
Oh, it's nothing. La 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 la. I don't know if you wanted me to sing.
He must have jinxed himself.
Knock, knock, knock. How about into the mic? That would be an interesting way of recording, wouldn't it?
Knock, 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 knock on wood.
What does it mean? Is it why you came back, or?
We understand why these scenes didn't make the final cut.
Introduced audiences to this character who just so happens to be who he is.
But it was nice to get a glimpse into how the magic rooms work.
You got this. Just gonna save the miracle.
And it was all made 10 times more fun with the inclusion of our voice actor buddies.
Hey.
Do you think any of these scenes should have been left in? Let us know in the comments, and thanks for watching.